Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you watch my last video, I did mention to you I would show you how I prepare the rose cutting, especially these are hardwood cutting. So hardwood cutting, normally we take the cutting at the end of the season or in the middle of winter. So I would come over here. I will show you over here this section. Yeah, if you remember that I got one little peony rhizome. I planted this one I think 2 days ago when I upload the video. But anyway, so I got some room between this area over here, so I thought that I'm gonna do some rose cutting because I'm gonna do a lot of rose pruning in the future. So I will I will use that section to kind of create new more roses. Also it's very funny as well, and I feel very waste to do those cutting out. But I did walk around the garden and I did notice that some of the branches of these varieties, this rose we call it Japanese. The rose bushes I got them. Oh, I planted them over there. You can see they are very tall. See taller than the fence over there. And some branches, they just crossing to each other too much. And I decided to cut them off. And then I thought that I'm gonna do some row cutting and I'm gonna show you. Alright, so hardwood cutting this time of the year, like we are in June. Today, what is it today? Today is the 18th of June 2024. And normally our winter starts from June to September. So I think lately we got very cold temperature, and for me though, so far I haven't tried the the cutting like to leave them outside in the winter like this. Normally I leave them like under cover somewhere in the carport or like under the eave, but I never try to put them like outside like this. And like this morning it was so cold, everything was frozen. So and anyway, and let me show you this area again. So I did some rose cutting here, some in the summer and some they are in the spring, I think late spring. And I think this cutting they took because at that time the temperature wasn't as high, and so I think some of these they survive, and I think maybe some of these as well because they still looking very good. I think maybe now or maybe 5 months at least, and if they still looking good like this, that means they will have a good chance to to success. And some over here, this one I'm not sure they have been shipped here. These two big cutting though, at that time I pruned the rose. These are Madame Anisette, and the cane was too big, and I never tried to grow the cutting from these giant canes, so I thought that I should give it a try. Anyway, so far I haven't seen anything, any shoot or anything. And this one I planted them in the summer, and I did lots few of the cutting here. You can see the holes there. I think it was too hot for them, so they did not make it. But anyway, that's okay, and it's kind of fun for me. And this method for me anyway, I hardly have to do anything other than keep an eye on them and water them sometimes, if I can see the soil too dry. Example, this you can see the soil here quite damp here, so I'm not going to water them. But sometimes if I can see they're quite dry like this, and then I just use the hose to sway around a little bit, not much though, because I don't want they over water, because the roses when we did the cutting they're quite sensitive. Now we have to keep them moist, or not moist, how would say damp, but not soaky wet, and they love super good drainage. Otherwise the canes easy get rotten, and they don't like too much sun or even a few hours of direct sunlight in the summer or in the spring or even the autumn. They don't like it. They prefer in the filter light. So what is filter light, by the way? For me, I just feel a little bit of sunlight here and there. That is what I prefer. All right, over here I did some cutting too last summer, and they seem okay. Yeah, wow. Okay, so the hardwood cutting over here, I think this cane they have been good from the spring, and then after that I pruned it down here. I think it finished blooming, I pruned it down, and after that they sending out more cane, and then they did have a flower. you can see they finish blooming on the top here. So I can use like both, the both section actually, from down here and on the top, the area here they have been grown. Okay, let me try. Not too bad actually. Okay, they have a little bit of flexibility, but on the top here though, it's quite soft. So I might not gonna use the area on the top here. I will use the area downward here and the bit of the hardwood here. And for this one, let's see, these are the same varieties. This is really hardwood cutting here. So this one, they normally take quite a long time for them to root out and to grow as well. But that's okay. The area here quite empty, so happy to experiment. And the little one over here, example, for me though, normally I prefer the cutting, they kind of like this side, how you say, the pencil side, or just a little bit smaller. And this one, normally if you take quite big, I prefer not to use this one, but also this one kind of experience for me anyway. And if I don't use it, I'm gonna throw this thing out and I feel a little bit waste. So let's do some experience with me, would you? So for prepare the cutting, I would recommend to use very sharp secateurs and make sure the secateurs are clean as well. Do the cutting or take the cutting in the sunny day. Try to avoid the rainy days. So for these are on the hardwood cutting as well. Down here is very hard, right? I still can use it one. Let me just try use it one as well. Okay, I cut on the top here, so I will have a few of this. And cut the cutting just below the leaf node. I hope you can see well though. And I normally I keep around four node. For the one cutting, like around 20 centimeter. But this one, you can see this. I got more nodes than this cutting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 6 over here, but the cutting is not long, so that is fine. But sometimes the node between the cutting quite far away, and I try my best to take the cutting around 4 leaf node. So this one, you can see this one done. And make sure you put it, lay them down correctly, because you make sure that the bottom they facing down. And example, if I cut the section here, so I still have one here. This one I already cut below the leaf node, and again this area only 20 centimeter length. And the one I just cut it off, this one cut below the leaf node as well. How about I just cut down here? This one a little bit shorter though. Okay, I keep it like this. This one a little bit long, but if I cut down here, it's quite short, so I prefer a little bit long. Okay, because this one quite hard cutting, so I hope this could be okay. But you don't you can't expect like all the cutting thing will root out, so make sure you do a lot of cutting. Right, for the hard one over here, this area section is quite thorny actually. Let me cut the area on the top here first. You need one of the cutting here. See, very good size. And here are the cuttings. So you could see they have quite a few different sizes over here. The one on my right side, the cutting quite large, bigger than the pencil size. The one in this side is the perfect size for me anyway. I prefer this one. And this one quite skinny. And this one, if it's the softwood cutting, this one can shrivel so quick, in the room temperature. So for the large one, I normally prefer this one, the pencil size, because the larger one, sometimes I feel that maybe they can easily get rotten. Yeah, maybe the wound are too big, because each section we cut or each time we cut like this, maybe they're quite big, so it's hard for them to heal. I'm not sure, but that's what my theory. All right, for prepare the ground or the area, I prefer that I plant them in kind of shady area that I mentioned that have some future light and not in the direct sunlight, not at all. And in here, I got some perlite, so I'm gonna mix the perlite together to the area that I want to put the cutting in, but certainly not the area I already have some of the cutting growing over there, or maybe not quite growing, but they look promising. Alright, remember the bottom has to go down, okay? Not kind of facing up. So I just got some kind of stick over here, or this one like the peg to put the, to peg the drip gradation down like this. So I think this was very good sign for me whenever I do the cutting. So I just put the cutting. I normally try to bury 2 leaf nodes at least in the ground. And remember to tamp the cutting down as well. So when I water the cutting, I try to not water, the surface of the cutting, because I don't want the cutting on the top, the surface here, the wound get water. Yeah, I just try to avoid that. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, so now we hope for the best. I wish you the update in the future. An example for the other cutting, I show you how I water the cutting. I just spray very lightly the water for them. Example, just like this. See, tap like that. That's it, the area is too dry. Alright guys, that is for the video today, and I just realized that I got a lot of room here. So I prepared the whole section over here, but now I just use only one corner over there. So that's wonderful. Oh, one more thing. So even I said that our winter start from June to September, but I would not recommend you to take the cutting like in August or even September, because at that time your cutting might already start, growing now. Also, I mean not cutting, I mean the branches at that time, and they might start, shooting up like this. Let me focus. You can see that the shoot there start growing. This one as well, and they start leaving out. That is not good, because that time, when you do the cutting, you want the cutting kind like have a little like, you can see the red dot here. Let's see if I can focus. Go anywhere or not. You can see the little shoot there. Yeah, like that. Even like on this side, you can see that just a little bit like that. They are good, they are fine. Because we want the cutting can concentrate on produce or colors at the bottom and produce the roots, not shooting up like this and leaving out. You can see that the shoot here. Oh, I've got trouble. See that better. See. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. And what is your method? Normally you grow them from the cutting. Thank you again, and bye bye.